Hey guys, how we doing? Back on another video from Naruto Explained. And he has a video on how strong is Minato. And Minato is one of my fave characters in Naruto. Love him, he's boss. Seth Program did a video a while ago, well, not quite long ago actually, explaining how he's underrated. And Swag hasn't done a specific video on Minato, with his how strong videos. So let's see what Naruto Explained has to say on the matter, shall we? I'm enjoying these videos. Naruto content. Yay! Love it. Discussions. 2.0.
Out of all the Hokage who protected Konoha, Minato Namikaze has to be one of the more hyped out of all the Konoha Kage. In the years before it was revealed that Minato was the father of Naruto, which actually happened before the whole reveal during the Pain Saga, this actually took place in chapter 367 during Jiraiya and Tsunade's conversation before he left to fight Pain. A lot of fans consistently put Minato in the conversation as being the strongest Hokage who ever existed. However, was Minato truly deserving of all of this praise? Just how powerful was Minato? Well, in today's installment of the Naruto True Power series, we'll not only take a really in-depth look into Minato's true power, but we'll also explain why Minato is a lot more underrated than you guys realize. So, let's go ahead and start with the obvious. Minato was extremely powerful. During the Third Great Ninja War, Minato's feats and accomplishments were so over the top that rival nations had to give their ninja a do not engage order if they ever saw Minato. Facing Minato in battle meant certain death unless you were clearly a Kage level fighter or unless you were a Jinchuriki, and that's for a really good reason too. The reason that Minato was called the Yellow Flash is because of his usage of the Flying Thunder God.
He's so
During the
good
Third
with
Great
it.
Ninja War, Minato used the jutsu so much that it was not only the reason he was given the do not engage order, but he was also the reason that Inoki agreed to enter into peace talks with Konoha, because Minato killed over 1,000 ninja in only a few moments when he used the jutsu.
A lot of people.
However, it should be noted that this is an extreme disservice to Minato if we said that his power and skill only came from using the Flying Thunder God.
He's got other stuff going on as well.
There is a lot more to his character, and I mean a lot more. Minato was confirmed to have 3 changes in chakra nature by Naruto series creator Masashi Kishimoto in the 4th installment of the Naruto data books that came out after Naruto ended, where it was revealed that Minato had a mastery over fire release, wind release, and lightning release. On top of all of that, Minato could perfectly perform Yang and Yin release jutsu without any difficulty. Moving on to what I believe is
impressive
one of the more underrated aspects of Minato when it comes to power is his extremely insane chakra reserves. Many people rightfully credit Naruto's mother Kushina with being the reason that he has such high chakra, but Minato has a huge chakra reserve of his own, and I would dare say he's a chakra beast in his own right. In the Naruto manga, it was stated that in order to summon Gamabunta, you had to have an enormous amount of chakra to do so. To put this into perspective for you, in order for Naruto to summon Gamabunta, he had to exhaust all of his chakra, and then he had to tap into the QB chakra just to summon Gamabunta, who the Naruto dub refers to as Boss Toad. So another thing I want you guys to look at, and one thing that is overlooked, is the fact that in order to attempt using Sage Mode, the manga stated that a person must have large chakra reserves just to attempt to learn the training. However, it was on the night of Minato's death that we see just how impressive his chakra reserves truly were. So, on the night that Minato died, Minato expended a lot of chakra in a very short period of time. Let's just start with his usage of the Flying Thunder God. The Flying Thunder God itself requires an extremely high amount of chakra just to perform simple teleportation. In the manga, it took 3 Jonin level people pulling their chakra together just to teleport the Mizukage to the battlefield.
Right, but
and
he
when
could
they
do
were
it himself.
asked why it took so many people to use the jutsu, they stated that they didn't have Minato's high chakra levels to use the jutsu, and they needed
So
to
there's a way of
combine
scaling
all their
how much chakra he has.
just to use basic teleportation. At a minimum, Minato's chakra reserves were over 3 times that of specialized Jonin. But when you look at how he spammed the jutsu on the night that he died, on top of the high-level ninjutsu he used, it becomes even more clear that Minato was a chakra beast in his own right. After the Kyuubi began its rampage, Minato used an even more advanced version of the Flying Thunder God to teleport a Biju Bomb from a fully powered version of the Kyuubi before Minato split the Nine-Tailed Fox's power in half. The jutsu that he used to teleport away the Biju Bomb was the Flying Thunder God Guiding Thunder Jutsu. Now, this variation of the Flying Thunder God is insane, especially when you consider the chakra control that is needed to pull this off. It uses the basics of the Flying Thunder God to create a barrier space that teleports away whatever it comes
Yeah,
in
that was
contact
ridiculous.
away.
Like, he took a whole Biju Bomb.
After sealing it away, Minato then directs it to another location that has been marked by the chakra seal of the Flying Thunder God user. So, to put it in short, not only did Minato use a more chakra-exhausting version of the Flying Thunder God, but he also warped away a Biju Bomb from the full-powered version of Kurama, which, to put this into perspective for you, during all of the war arc, we never saw Naruto fight with both versions of the Kyuubi at his disposal, and only using half of the Kyuubi's chakra was enough for Naruto to match and overpower the Biju Bombs of several of the tailed beasts who were under Obito's control, and they fired those Biju Bombs simultaneously at Naruto, and Naruto was able to block them. After that, Minato then went on to fight Obito by spamming the Flying Thunder God and using the Flying Thunder God version 2, which ramps up the speed of the Flying Thunder God to a level that is so high that not even the Sharingan can keep up with the sudden movements, and the Sharingan Eye of Insight
but it's not movement, it's teleportation, it's different.
Being hit. He then went on to summon Gamabunta, which, to again restate, requires a lot of chakra to do so. Then
points to my girlfriend there. My bad. Post delivered, and I don't want to stop recording. She's answered the door for me even though she was asleep.
It should be noted that Minato had Gamabunta hold down the Kyuubi so he could gather the chakra that was needed to teleport the Kyuubi, which again shows how insane this feat is, given the fact that Minato was able to mold chakra extremely quickly, and yet he needed time just to teleport the Kyuubi, which is something that he made note of, stating that the Kyuubi's chakra was going to be really difficult to teleport. And it's also something to show how insane this feat is, since only one half of the Kyuubi's chakra was enough to power the entire Shinobi Alliance several times over, and in this scenario, Minato teleported the entire both halves of the Kyuubi, which is again pretty damn impressive. After Minato did this, he stated himself that he was running extremely low on chakra.
After all that,
he still possessed enough stamina.
It took a lot for him to go, oh, you know what, I'm feeling a bit low on chakra now.
Away inside of himself, seal part of it inside of Naruto, summon a toad to give Jiraiya the key for unlocking the seal on Naruto. Then he sealed away his wife's chakra into the newborn son, and then he sealed away part of his own chakra inside of Naruto. I should also mention that Minato did a majority of these things with a gaping hole inside of his chest because the Kyuubi stabbed him.
I was able to focus on transferring all that, like, go through that. It's crazy.
Minato's high chakra levels, I want to point your attention to a few Flying Thunder God jutsu that Minato invented, which should show why Tobirama praised Minato as being better at the Flying Thunder God than he himself, was,
even though he invented it.
Something since Tobirama was the person who created the
there we
jutsu.
go, yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys, this next attack is a bit of a mouthful to say. Well, I mean a bit, I mean a huge bit of a mouthful. And this is exactly why Tobirama was cracking jokes at Minato's expense when he learned the name of the attack. And so here's the attack name. It's called the Spiraling Flash Super Round Dance Howl. style stage 3 jutsu. Now, this takes the Flying Thunder God up to an extreme level, and I'm not talking about the long drawn out name. To use this attack, Minato creates a shadow clone, and then he throws 6 or more kunai around his enemy, and then he teleports to them. The attacks carried out by the jutsu are so fast and so powerful that it produces a lightning flash that repels away his enemies who are caught inside the circle pattern of the jutsu.
That's so cool.
In the Naruto Shippuden anime, Minato was shown wiping out an entire platoon using this attack, though the attack was not shown in its entirety, leaving Data Book 4 as the remaining source of info.
Where we get the rest of the information on how it works,
right? On top of having access to Sage Mode, which gives an extreme, insane stat boost to every category to the user, Minato is also a perfect Sage, though for whatever reason
he says he's not good with it.
His level of skill when it comes to using Sage Mode. Minato was also taught an unknown number of sealing jutsu by Kushina Uzumaki, whose clan specialized in sealing ninjutsu so powerful that it took several nations teaming up in order to wipe out most of the Uzumaki clan. Some of the notable sealing jutsu that Minato learned are the Reaper Death Seal, the 8 trigram sealing jutsu, and he even learned a barrier ninjutsu called the 4 Red Yang
Reaper Death Seal is definitely like a really OP technique, like, which obviously, you know, kills you while using it, but
Another area where Minato excels is his extreme chakra control. Not only does his chakra control allow him to perfectly use high-level ninjutsu without burning through his chakra, but he's also able to use the chakra transfer jutsu. This was a jutsu that was first made by the Sage of Six Paths himself, and it was meant to connect the chakra of people together with the goal of peace and harmony. However, as we all know, this ultimately led to people using ninjutsu. Minato's version of this jutsu is a lot more similar to what Naruto did during the war arc. However, there are some key differences. In Minato's case, when he transfers chakra to a person, he then molds that chakra and he adapts the chakra to the specific type of chakra that's running in the person he transferred it to. And then he's able to manipulate that chakra remotely, meaning that even while he's fighting someone else in another area, Minato can actually control the actions of the person who isn't directly involved in the battle, since the chakra is linked, making him either a more dangerous foe or making him an extremely skilled ally who can protect you in battle. If that wasn't crazy enough for you, Minato, before he died, actually made himself into a Jinchuriki when he took on half of the Kyuubi's chakra. Though he referred to the chakra as being more dense than he ever expected, Minato, despite having a hole in his chest, was able to continue using jutsu. As an Edo Tensei, we saw Minato have access to the Kyuubi chakra mode, and given his mastery over chakra control, Jinchuriki attacks like the chakra arms and the tail beast out-order the question for him. Up next is a jutsu that everyone knows Minato is famous for, which is the Rasengan, which he was inspired to create after seeing a Biju bomb being fired, but it took him 3 years to master the jutsu.
Oh no, sorry, the Chidori was created by
Kakashi because it to an extreme, but it also fits Minato's fighting style when you think about it, since it doesn't rely heavily on hand seals. As you all know, the Rasengan can be formed using one hand, and it doesn't require extra chakra to sustain. The destructive force of the Rasengan was confirmed by Jiraiya in chapter 143 of the manga to have even greater destructive capability than the Chidori, and it was even later confirmed by Sasuke as being the superior jutsu in terms of raw power, and Sasuke
pretty damn powerful.
This in the manga. When Minato uses Sage Mode, his stat boost provides an even larger amp for the Rasengan, since he's using Senjutsu to enhance the attack. Finally, Minato's greatest weapon is closer to that of the third Hokage's, which is his intelligence. Those of you who are familiar with my older videos know I did a video going over the top record set during the Chunin exams, and I revealed to you all that Minato set the Chunin exam record for taking the paper exam portion by answering every question without resorting to cheating, and for over over a decade,
That's
no
cool.
one came close to this record until Itachi Uchiha took the test.
Of course.
But even Itachi couldn't beat Minato's score, which is pretty damn impressive. It should also be noted
love
that this is the tuning exam version of the test.
Minato's
and not
constantly
the
competing with that
exam
Uchiha
test
class.
that you saw Boruto take in the anime. While the concept behind the two tests are similar, the questions on the tuning exams version are several times more difficult, being so complex that even characters with high IQs were unable to answer the questions in the manga, which is something that should be taken note of. Given how intelligent Minato is and his reaction speed, it makes him highly dangerous in battle, since his high intellect and observation skills allow
Help
him
him
to break
utilize
down
his
the
technique
components
really
of the
quick.
jutsu as it's being used in real time, and it allows him to come up with countermeasures right there on the spot.
That's boss.
For proof of this,
Especially with
look
something
no
that lets you like
further than his
teleport
death
straight
match
away.
with Obito. Minato
It's okay, you
had
can
only
open the
seen
bottle.
Obito use Kamui less than a handful of times in the short period before breaking down how the jutsu worked, what the interval was, and how to counter the jutsu to defeat Obito, who at the time Minato believed was Madoru Uchiha.
Yeah.
To make this even more impressive, Minato did all of this while worrying about his wife, who was on her deathbed after having the QB ripped out of her, which to restate,
So his mind isn't completely
would have
100%
indeed
focused
killed
on the
her,
fight.
since it was stated on multiple times, being an Uzumaki only allows you to survive Biju extraction for a short period of time, whereas other Jinchuriki die right away after extraction. Also, you have to consider that Minato's village was being destroyed by the QB at the same time, and he was already wrestling with the thought of having to turn his newborn son into a Jinchuriki.
Yeah, man.
The fact
Some
that
conflicting
Minato could break
thoughts
down
there when you gotta
Obito's
decide what to
jutsu
do.
this quickly and come up with a counter, despite all the emotions and stress that he
Yeah.
faced, is pretty damn impressive, and it's a feat in itself. So, what did you guys think about Minato's true power? That's it for this Hokage installment of the Naruto True Power series. Up next, I'll be covering the 5th Hokage. Just as a quick reminder, the info in the info cards has a poll for you guys to vote on, as well as the community tab of the channel. And I have a vote for you guys to have, which is based on which characters you would like to see me cover next. Either the whole Akatsuki going member by member, or the 7 ninja swordsmen going member by member.
You see, with me, I don't want to do
Make
things
sure
similar
you
that
vote
Swag
so you can
Kage has already
decide
done in the
which
past and I've
group
done
of
reactions
characters
to. I don't want to be
cover next.
reacting
As
to
always, if
similar
you like
stuff.
anything I have to say,
Might do
don't
some
forget
what
to
ifs
comment, rate,
on this channel
subscribe,
next.
and don't forget to share the video with anyone who might be a fan of Naruto or was a fan of the older content. Thank you so much for watching to the end, guys. Have an awesome day.
So I want to do, he's got one which is what if Minato never died, but it's a bit of a long one. And there's a couple of other what ifs on his channel that I like to check out. But yeah, until then, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys. So you guys, Nindam.